What's up, guys? Welcome to Cliff Pickleball. My name is Christian. Just a little bit of background about myself. Came to the US about 10 years ago from South Africa, played college tennis at UNC Wilmington, coached a little bit of college tennis as well, hung my rackets up for good a couple of years ago, fell in love with the game of pickleball after that. Been playing pickleball for about a year or so. So we're going to talk to you guys a little bit about two shots today, the return, chip, forehand, backhand, chip return, and then also the overhead. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, so first we're going to look at the backhand slice or chip return. And the first thing you want to focus on is actually your grip. So if you're familiar with grips, you want to be in what we call in tennis, and I guess in pickleball as well, a continental grip. It's like you're basically just shaking hands with the paddle if you hold the paddle in front of you like that. I don't know if you can get that, but that's pretty much a continental. You want that index finger knuckle right on this edge of the paddle, and that's the grip you're going to be hitting your backhand chip return and also the forehand chip return. If you do enjoy the content you're seeing here on Cliff Pickleball, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Also give us a like, hit all the buttons if you can. What I like about using that grip is the grip is actually going to generate the spin for you. A lot of players make the mistake when they're trying to slice, they actually try to generate the spin with their wrist. That's not what we want to do. We want to basically keep that wrist locked in and have the grip generate all the slice for you on the slice, forehand and backhand return. So once we have that in mind, we're going to move back and actually look at the mechanics of the return itself. So first things first, we want to know what is the best place to start returning from. I would say about 3 feet or so behind the baseline. It leaves enough space between you and the baseline to be able to move back if the ball is served deep, but it also keeps you close enough. If there is a short serve, you can step in and easily get to that serve. Once you figured out the grip and where you want to stand, first thing I always tell people is you want to make sure as the ball is hit to you that you're doing a split step, so you make sure you're ready. Weight is on the front part of your feet. You're kind of moving forward a little bit, anticipating where the serve is going to be struck. And then if we focus on the backhand first, once you split step, the first movement will be with this foot to open up. What that'll do is that'll open up your shoulders automatically and the racket will go back. We're basically looking for a little bit less than 90 degrees here, not too far back, because in pickleball, the longer the strokes get, the more things can go wrong. So we want to keep that take back as short as possible and then the follow through as long as possible. One thing I see when people are first learning the slice return is they want to generate the slice with their wrist here. We don't want to do that. We want to have the right grip, short backswing, and we want to have a long follow through there. If you do those things, the ball will stay low and it'll skid through the court. Obviously, some of the benefits of having a nice slice that goes through the court is the third shot dink becomes very tough on your opponent. Ball stays low, it's coming through fast. So if you can master this shot, it definitely will help you get a little bit more higher balls on the fourth shot, or even some misses in the net from your opponent on the third shot drop from their side. And one or two final thoughts on the backhand. Where do you want to return this ball? I always try to return deep as possible. That's kind of obvious. You don't want to push the envelope too much. You want to kind of keep it about 2 feet behind the baseline if you can. And then also, if you can't return through the middle of the court, that's where I usually like to go. It takes the angles away from your opponents. It's a safe spot. There's a lot of court to work with. And if you get that thing deep and it's going through the court, it's probably going to set up a nice, easy fourth shot or even an unforced error from your opponent. So on the forehand side, it's basically going to be the same thing. 3 feet back. We're looking at a split step again. Once the ball is struck, you want to step out with the outside foot so you can step through and get your weight to go through the ball. Just like with the backhand. Short take back, want to be almost at 90 degrees there. Same grip as that we used earlier, and you want to go long through the ball. All right, so the next shot we're going to look at is going to be the overhead, otherwise known as the smash. This is a shot that is, in my book, one of the easiest shots to hit. I know some of you might not agree with that, but if you do a couple of the easy things right, you'll see that this shot is actually not that hard. And if you move your feet a little bit with some effort, you can actually get up there and get to more balls than you ever thought you could. So let's look at a couple of things, a couple of tips on the overhead. If the lob is hit against you, the first thing you want to do is you want to turn your shoulders, and you want to step back with your right foot. So you want to step back aggressively with this foot. You want to turn your shoulders. The left arm, I like that arm to be up because it basically keeps your whole body up. Once you've done that, now you want to start moving. If it's a good lob, you want to aggressively start moving backwards until you feel like you're in a good spot to be able to hit the ball. And then once you're in a good spot, you want to actually push off, and we call that a scissor kick. You want to push off with the right foot, and you want to hit towards the ball, and you want to finish in that motion. It's very important for the first 2 steps to be really aggressive. If those are aggressive and you're doing that quickly with good reaction time, you can pretty much get to a lot of lobs that you thought previously would be over your head and you wouldn't be able to get to. Where do we want to hit the lob? Another mistake that a lot of people do is they try to hit that overhead or the smash down into the court. What I've seen is once you hit the ball down into the court, the ball loses a lot of its pace once it bounces. So what I try to do is I try to, just like with the return, I try to hit deep through the middle if possible. Obviously, if it's an easier overhead, I'm going to try and put it away with some angle. So if it's a hard overhead, I'm going to try and hit deep through the middle of the court. Easy one, I'm going to try and use the angles to finish the point. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the tips on the forehand, backhand, slice, return, and also the overhead. If you do enjoy the content you're seeing here on Cliff Pickleball, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Also give us a like. Hit all the buttons if you can. The next video I'm doing will definitely be how to break the Ben Johns paddle. No, I'm just kidding. No more breaking the Ben Johns paddle. That was a one-time thing and a big mistake. But we'll see you guys next time. Good luck to everyone playing in Naples at the US Open, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.